This was attempt 0 and this is attempt 1. Same person, 1 week apart. The only thing that changed, I actually respected the process this time. For the longest time, I thought art was my passion. Then I realized it wasn't art, it was learning itself. Pencil sketch, 3D origami, expandable paper sculpture, pastel work, digital art, stippling, building a sofa, blockchain development, electronics, teaching stock market. Even in art, I never stuck to one thing. I always had to try something new. So I stopped fighting it. I am Bharat Gowda. Every skill I learn and prove earns me a badge. One person, every skill, no finish line, no formal training, no perfect plans, just honest documentation. This is the Curiosity Project. Let's learn something new. Right now, I'm working on the Badge Inkster where I'm learning tattooing from scratch. Attempt 0 was a disaster. This video is attempt 1 of 3 where I'm trying to learn line work. This time, I decided to respect the process and did a bit of research on tattooing. I referred to a few of YouTube videos. I found these channels helpful. It could be Tattooing 101, Daniel Yak, and Abhishek Ahuja. Links are in the description, you can check them out. I came to know the role of the voltage, needle depth, different types of needles, and machine angle. Unlike last time, I did not use the same needle for everything. I bought a few needles online, which includes liner needles, shaders, magnums. Basically, liner needles are used for line work. Shaders, as its name suggests, it is used for shading. Magnum is multifunctional. You can use them for shading, filling, etc. So have ordered a bunch of them. This time, before attempt 1, I decided to practice first. I sketched out a few lines to start with. I used a 7 round liner needle and drew vertical, horizontal, curved and diagonal lines to practice line work. The machine was set at 6.5 volt. Even though I went through some videos, practical knowledge and implementations are far more important. I was trying to understand how deep the needle should penetrate for optimal results. The way the machine is supposed to be held was not feeling natural, but that is common for a beginner. I adjusted the needle depth on the machine and tried again. I had kept the needle a bit outward and was hence hesitant to let it in. But I caught up to it later. I was not able to match the hand movement to the voltage, so I adjusted that and tried again. The results came out good. The horizontal lines were straighter compared to the vertical ones since the hand movement felt more natural. After the lines, I prepared for filling and shading using a 13 magnum needle. I adjusted the needle depth and started with filling in small circular motion. I was holding the needle flat, which did not pack the ink properly. Once I realized that, I held the needle vertically, which packed the ink better, but it still didn't feel right. So I adjusted the voltage to match with the hand movement. The first block was where I identified the mistakes in packing. I addressed them, and second block came out good. Then I tried shading. It did not work, but I understood what went wrong. I felt like I was overworking the area, but I wasn't. The nature of the Magnum needle is that it is designed to be worked in multiple passes, not in a single go. The second try worked. Next, I wanted to test myself with the real example, so I started with 3D ball shading. Not bad. More practice can definitely improve the results, but I wanted to see if this practice would transfer. So I jumped straight in. For attempt 1, I chose My Neighbor Totoro. The stencil did not transfer completely, so I had to draw in a few lines manually. I chose a 5 round liner needle for the tattoo since the lines were thin. I kept trying to adjust the hold of the machine to different suggested positions. Even though the hold was not feeling natural, the lines were coming out well. Then I remembered that I need to stretch the skin while tattooing. When it came to wiping off the excess ink, it was not as messy this time since I had applied a good amount of Vaseline on the skin before inking. Also, this time I kept the skin at a fixed position and adjusted my hand accordingly rather than moving the skin around to simulate a real world scenario. The stencil plays a very vital role. As I mentioned, the stencil did not transfer properly, and I ended up missing the position of Satsuki's nose. I kept forgetting to stretch the skin, but whenever I remembered, I did. Had kept a printout nearby to refer. Wherever the stencil had smudged, I referred to the printout. With the same needle, I tried adding a bit of shading to the branch and also did some filling. All in all, this time the outcome is satisfactory and far better than attempt 0. With practice and this attempt, I was able to understand the machine a bit. I mean, not perfect, still in the progress of learning, but definitely there is an improvement from where I started. Stay tuned for attempt 2, where I'll be using different colors, majorly working on filling or packing. This is attempt 1 of 3 of Badge Inkster, and this time there is a progress. 2 more challenges left. Stay tuned, subscribe, see if I can get this badge.